Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Crafty Kaylee Creations. I'm Kaylee. Welcome to my channel this morning. Thank you for coming back to have a look. And if you're a new person viewing, thank you for having a look. I'm doing the second video on the fabric bowl. As I mentioned in the first one, a few ladies have requested that I make one of these to show them the way I do it. And we were up to putting all the fabrics on the bowl and then doing the overcast stitch on each piece. I hope you can see that okay. So this is what it looks like when I've overcast everything. If you're making a bowl along with me, are you up to this stage? Okay. So there's no raw edges at the moment. They're all sewn down. And the next thing that I like to do, the next step for me, is to put the binding around the top. So I look for my long pieces that overlap nicely. So what would look good on here? I have this one. Doesn't really matter. They're all supposed to be scraps just to go over the top. But I still like to have them looking a little bit coordinating. This one. How about some strawberries for a little bit? Strawberries are nice, aren't they? Okay, we might do a little bit of strawberries, I think. So, I do it like the binding on a quilt, so I'll turn that edge over and then put up to the edge of the pot, the fabric bowl. We won't go all the way round because I like to make it a little bit scrappy. We might end here. Okay. Now, what shall we do after this one? What about the little stars? That might look okay. I'll just get some of the wider part. Start it there. It's Sunday morning for me, and I just thought I'd get up while my husband's still in bed and do a little bit of this before we start our day. Okay, where shall we end this one? How about here? What do I want on the next little part, do you think? I've got this nice black and white check. What would that be like for there? Is it a bit harsh next to the white and cream? A little bit of red, maybe. I haven't got much red in this one. I don't know that I want to do that. I have this pink. Yeah, let's go with that one. I like to do my binding now because the next stage, after I do the binding and fold it over, I like to then do all my borrow stitching, my running stitch around this part of the bowl before we head to the back. This is just my preference for the way I like to do it. You will find something that is best for you, or how small it's easier for you, or okay. So that's that. Fold this in a bit. There. Now, what I do is just do a basic running stitch here, because when I start doing the rounds of running stitch, it will keep it down further. So I just let's just see how far down we need to go. A little bit further than that. About here maybe. We went down yesterday and visited our daughter, son-in-law and 2 grandsons for a few hours. Oh, excuse me. My husband mows their yard. They've got 3/4 of an acre as we have. but he mows their yard. They're both very busy. Even though it's a weekend, yesterday was Saturday. My son-in-law gets in and helps if my husband does it on a weekend, because he usually does it during the week. So before we went down there and did that, as we had all our, I mentioned the other day, we had all our patio furniture in the big shed for when Cyclone Alfred was coming. And so we got that out yesterday morning, gave it all a wash. It was a good opportunity to give it all a wash and a wipe down, and put that back in our patio area. And I did a little bit of weeding in the front garden. It needs some more. I got all that organised, and then he used the blower vac and cleaned out the shed from where everything was sitting. I had a little bit of a rest after that, and then we went down to their place for a few hours, and actually my grandsons were asleep when we first got there. They had been out shopping. My eldest grandson starts soccer in a few weeks, and they start training on Monday. And he needed a new pair of soccer boots. His feet had grown since last year. He only started last year. Last year was his first season. He was 5. He's now turned 6. And that could be down a bit lower, can't it? Yes. Okay, hold on. We have to back up a bit. Yeah, so at this age their feet grow. Oh, they're so expensive. Soccer boots, good grief. Unbelievable price. So at least the younger fella, he's only just 3, so it'll be a couple of years till he starts. Kate started him last year and the young ones, but no, he wasn't really interested. He wasn't doing anything, and it was just a waste of time and waste of money, really. So maybe another couple of years he'll be okay, and the boots can be put away for him. So they're asleep, waited for them to get up, and they playing outside, and they like to have a ride on the mower with Grandpa. And after it's all done, he just gives them a little whisk around the yard on the mower for a little bit of a ride, and then they got in the pool and had a nice swim. Maybe I should have put a bigger piece in this area, because I didn't realise that part was a little bit lower. Are we going to be covered? Yes. I think just, but that's all we need, just. So that's all I do here. Big running stitch, just to get it attached. I suppose you could just use a machine thread or something like that if you wanted to, but I had this needle threaded up, so I just thought I'd use it. Gives it a little bit extra strength. Now I think I'm on a join there, so you can put some smaller pieces around here. They don't have to be this long. It's just that I have quite a few longer pieces from my quilting days, and it's just easier to use them. Okay, so I'll just end it off. Double knot. So now I just fold that over, and it doesn't matter if this part here is wide. You see I've got a wide piece here. On a couple of my others that I've done previously, it's wide. It's whatever you've got. That strawberry looks cute there. So just pin that over. Like so, pin it on. There we go. See how it's a bit floppy? That's what happens at this stage. And it was even worse, though it was nearly flat when I just used to, the first couple that I did, the first, just one piece of batting in the middle. This is my oats jar. Put all my threads in there. My leftover threads. Now, the first thing I do after that, doing that part, is do a running stitch all the way around to secure that on. Start here. I try and not catch the back part when I do it, because that way, if you want, when you're putting your backing fabrics on, you can tuck them up under there. That's, again, entirely up to you. If you're not making a fabric bowl at the moment, what projects are you doing? What are you working on? Please leave me a comment and let me know. Or let me know if you're making a fabric bowl. After I do a little bit of this, I'll be machine sewing another book cover. I sent a little video to the lady that asked me to make the book covers for her of the first one, and she absolutely loved it. She gushed over it so much, so it made me feel good. I didn't have a pattern or anything for it, and I didn't want to cut out the second one and sew it if she wasn't happy with the result of the first one. So she loves it, so I'm really happy with that. What I tend to do too is when I'm sewing these, especially when I'm doing the back, not so much the front, but if you see, when you're doing it, if you slightly pull like a gathering stitch, it will pull the bowl in and it will help it stand up more. I like to go in and put that, just sew that down again. After I go around this part, because I won't leave the video running while I do all of it. You don't want to just sit and watch me do that. I then just continue in rounds doing all of this, the front part on the inside. So you can imagine it takes quite a number of hours to do. So we'll leave it here. I can keep going and doing that off camera. But the next step, after you stitch all the way around on the inside, and it looks like this, then you'll come back and put your backing fabrics on. So and how I do this part, as I was mentioning to you before, just grab a piece, any piece. This won't stay here, but I just wanted to show you. So I can then just lift this up and put that under there. Like that. And then continue all the way around the top part and then fill in the middle. So when I've got that part done, I will come back again and show you the next step. So before I leave for today, what I would like to do is show you some of my doilies. Why don't I just get this out of the